But in other news, Conway, who did a freestyle, everybody's saying it's a Griselda diss. Everybody's saying the group broke up, and we getting various reasons. One of the main reasons is blame Jay-Z, right? Shit, if all else fails, yo, man, just
blame Jay-Z.
I don't like the colorway on this video.
Blame Jay-Z.
Jay-Z did it. But they're saying Jay-Z had a great suggestion, which is not great if you don't agree, right? And I think sometimes when people suggest something, depending on what perch they sit on, or we just say this person said this person said that, we automatically just think it's a great idea. But it's just an idea. If I don't think your idea is great, I don't give a fuck who said it. So when people say, yo, give them 10%, in my honest opinion, Westside Gunn ain't got to give them 10% of shit. I mean, because nobody can come in and say, it's your company, but give them this. Because Bleak ain't had 10% of Rockefeller, neither did Beans, neither did Cam. So we got to cut it out with the motherfucking saddling and taking everything somebody said because he's Hove and, you know, cut it out. Cut it out. All right? But that's what's being said. And I want to show y'all, you know, because we deal with sources here. We just don't just say what the hell we want and just say that is law because that's what we think. And see, that's the difference for some of the asshats who like to say, oh, you just do gossip. You just gossip. It's a source. I didn't make it up. It's coming from a source. Let's go. Westside Gunn denies Jay-Z advice led to Griselda rift. If there's even a rift, right? Because nobody has publicly said anything. We see sometimes dudes don't hang around each other. But like I said, man, niggas be grown with their own family, their own entourage. All of them got their own record label. Westside Gunn got Griselda. Benny got Black Soprano family. And Conway got drum work. So everybody got their own artists. And this happens in every crew. This is not new. This is not the first time that people get their own crew. You know what I'm saying? They get their own situation and people doing them. But at the same time, you can't tell me something that I created. I don't give a fuck who's a part of creating it with me. It's still mine, though. You can't tell me to take mines and give them some of it, because they don't listen. Not unless you had an extra incentive that you was doing, right? So Westside Gunn responds after podcast of, I don't know if his name is Mal or Maul. Could we just say Maul? Says 3 cornerstones of the label were driven apart after ignoring business tips from Hove. So Westside Gunn is dismissing speculation that some advice from Jay-Z led to a rift within Griselda. The rumor started following podcasters Maul claimed on a recent episode of the new Rory and Maul that Jay-Z's influence led to Gunn giving Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher equity in Griselda Records. Like, come on, man. Like, again, it's not his place to say, give them this. It ain't his fucking place. Now, if he said, I'm going to give you this if you give them this, sometimes we good rap partners, producers, but sometimes we not good business partners. And you can't tell nobody how to do their business. You could give advice, but nobody has to listen to you. But you know, that's y'all Hove. So niggas gonna listen. Or Hove said this. Anyway. something that I knew for a while, but I just never spoke about it publicly. One of the main reasons why there was kind of I guess, a split between Griselda was Westside Gunn didn't want to give Benny and Conway 5% of Griselda. Let them split 10%, Miles said, which is something Jay-Z had kind of suggested in a meeting with them, Gunn said. No, he didn't want to do it. Gunn said no, he didn't want to do it. Now, let me give you something that's deep. And I'm going to give Mal an out. Yo, I heard the same thing. I heard that same exact thing. So I can't say he lying. I heard one of the biggest problems, and I guess this got to be put under gossip, right? Because I can't confirm or deny it, but I heard the same thing that he's saying. I heard the same thing. I never talked to Mal a day in my life, and I heard the exact same thing that Jay-Z suggested, that Westside break bread with them and give them a percentage of the company, and he didn't want to do it. I heard that same thing. So he's not, I can't say it's cap. I can't say he capping because I heard the same thing. I just can't, only people who knows if it's true is Jay-Z, Westside, and his brothers. But I heard the same thing though, from a source, a while ago too. But at the same time, yo, niggas fall out every day, B. It could be different things. And another thing is, yo, dudes really be piping the same chicks. That's a whole nother subject. That's a little on the gossip side, but a lot of that be coming into play. Maybe they'll give that information one day. Anyway, Mal continued that he couldn't understand why Gunn would split things the way Jay suggested with his cousin and half brother, which to me was shocking when I first heard about it. Miles stated. Now, don't get it twisted. Gunn definitely curated the whole Griselda thing. He got it lit. He got it popping. But Griselda is not Griselda without the three of them. See, you could say that, but then again, you can't really say that because Griselda is the name of them. And they all put in their equal work. But once you go over here and say, yo, I'm doing this, and you kind of stepping away from the brand, do you? So Westside Gunn pushed back against Miles' claims. While not directly offering a rebuttal, he scoffed at Miles' interview after reposting a snippet. Everybody want to go viral so bad. Westside Gunn is active on that Twitter, that X. It's just disgusting, Mal responded. I'm honestly surprised that this is a thing going viral. Never in my thoughts, I spoke to Con and Benny today. Going viral was never in my thoughts. The conversation began in earnest after Conway dropped a freestyle over Drake's Make Them Pay. In his performance, he referenced Griselda issues which led to widespread speculation online. I'm gonna be real with you. My shades at. I'm gonna be real with you. A suggestion doesn't mean you have to do it. And I think because people are seeing who the suggestion allegedly came from, that it should be a go. That's not how that shit work. Maybe he knows something we don't know. Maybe he know they bad with money. Maybe we just don't know. And to give somebody a percentage of something that's yours, yeah, they were a part of it, but it's still yours though. And this is coming from the guy who took Rockefeller and took the percentage back from his people. So we could listen to what he said, but then we could look at his actions. You know, and I can't really say that I'm affected by them breaking up, right? Because at the end of the day, dudes ain't. I don't know. I guess it's kind of bittersweet for what they did, but they all doing well by themselves, you know. And people fucking acting like they heart is broken, all that shit. Yo,